Hey guys, I just wanted to go live quick on this. State Patrol just cleared this area. They were circling overhead. As you can, I don't know if the camera's picking it up too well. Looks like I got a lot of light glare. Try to get a different angle here. Oh, that backup assist is annoying. So, Plymouth PD's out here. We did have State Patrol. I don't know if it's my camera or... It's almost like the first time I've ever done this.
Are you able to assist Brooklyn Center with one that fled from gunpoint of a robbery that occurred earlier today?
Negative, we are not. We are direct St. Paul for landing that weather problems up here. Low visibility of the snow.
Okay.
So it sounds like Brooklyn Center's got one that fled for a robbery at gunpoint. I never did call Brad. So State Patrol is actually looking. They're on their way directly back to St. Paul due to the weather out here. I don't know if you guys are picking it up much. But the snow's moved back in. The roads are getting covered again. I don't honestly know what happened out here. But I do know that they had flight up in this stuff. The helicopter was up and they were attempting to locate somebody. It does appear that Plymouth PD has their canine on scene. And they said they could break down the perimeter. But this is the danger to the public with the encrypted radios. We don't know what's going on here. Now we have one that an armed person that fled at gunpoint in Brooklyn Center. The only reason we knew that is because they called and requested flight. So, you know, this is a danger to the public. People are dangerous in the public, and if the public doesn't know about it, this is the problem that we run into. So I encourage people to, you know, get in touch with whoever you want to get in touch with, and let them know if it's changing laws to make it so it's illegal. I know California's working on that. But an uninformed public is a public that's in danger. Yeah, Ralph, your Trooper 9 is hightailing it back to St. Paul right now. But this is a big problem with the encrypted radios, because I can guarantee you that criminals are not buying scanners and programming them to listen to make you know, to commit crimes. Looks like Hennepin County Sheriff's Department's rolling in here now. So these are the two vehicles rolling up here. Hennepin County Sheriff's Department. But if I have any viewers that know what's going on, that live over here, I'll try and get a name of the apartment complex they're at. Give me 1 second. It does appear that this is an apartment complex. We're going to be, the closest intersection here is going to be Fernbook Lane and 34th Avenue North. So Fernbook Lane North and 34th Avenue North. Looks like possibly Park Place Apartments. They're going to be at the building closest to that intersection off of Fernbrook. From the radio traffic that I heard, it sounded like this was a sheriff's department operation and Plymouth was assisting, but I can't confirm that to be true. They did call off the perimeter, and the helicopter was relieved and is on its way back to St. Paul.
20 or 80 cars for the pedestrian 694 now east of Shingle Creek.
Susie, you have a granddaughter who lives in yeah, I did post it on Citizen and Twitter. The helicopter was overhead.
1015 to Hennepin. 42 can clear. Thank you for the assistance. Yes, sir.
So I don't know if this was a state patrol operation, a sheriff's operation, or a Plymouth PD operation. Does look like there's another way into this apartment complex, so
Trooper 8. On the car in St. Paul, and we'll be down for weather. 2249.
Trooper 8, I think that possibly is the airplane. Okay, so we're gonna go. I see more flashing lights up here. So it does appear they still have a perimeter set up. Around this apartment complex area. This is a rather large apartment complex. So it appears they have Minnetonka PD out here as well. So Plymouth, Police Department, Minnetonka Police Department, Hennepin County Sheriff. But they are surrounding this apartment complex. Again, due to the encrypted radios, we can't hear what's going on. There goes the Minnetonka squad. They did have 2 more officers up in that other parking lot as well. So they definitely are starting to break down the perimeter that they had set up. Again, due to the encrypted radios, we can't hear what's going on. So it appears there are 2 Hennepin County units out here at the front entryway. Looks like they're inside the building. Nope, I know that officer. That's the one I was talking to the other night.
Metro 2520 or 80 cars. Hennepin is looking for assistance on perimeter in the 7000 block of Oliver Avenue. Brooklyn Center had an earlier shots fired incident. Now the suspect vehicle is found with multiple guns inside and they're requesting assistance.
Oh, that sounds good. 7000 Oliver Avenue. Let's head up there.
July 67 has the pedestrian.
Copy. 502, do you copy?
So they are looking at
482 from 94 at Bravo. Do you want to play at all?
Flight is unavailable due to weather. 2256.
Metro.
Who's calling?
Doesn't take the Hennepin.
5226. Metro 2520 or 80 cars. Hennepin is looking for assistance on perimeter in the 7000 block of Oliver Avenue. Brooklyn Center had an earlier shots fired incident. Now the suspect vehicle is found with multiple guns inside and they're requesting assistance.
July 67 has the pedestrian.
Copy. 2325. 502, do you copy?
482 from 94.
So they're processing that. We'll head up to the Brooklyn Center incident. So I don't know if you guys heard that. The vehicle was found shooting earlier, and the vehicle was just located off Oliver in Brooklyn Center. And they called State Patrol requesting assistance on a perimeter. Roads are a little bit slippery out, so We're in Hennepin County tonight, guys. I did not plan on going out at all. Nope, I didn't get tires yet. I'm not even in four-wheel drive. I'm still in two-wheel drive. We're about 16 minutes out from this call, so we'll head up there and see what we can see up in Brooklyn Center. I used to know a bunch of the cops in Brooklyn Center, and they were all super cool with me. Unfortunately, after the mass exodus out of Brooklyn Center Police Department, I don't really know many of the cops up there. I think I know a couple of the sergeants, maybe a couple of street officers. This is an area that if you guys know this area of Brooklyn Center, this is going to be kind of by the, I think Motel 8, Motel 6, whatever it is, right there. Best Western Plus.
At the Apex, Shingle Creek.
For anyone that knows that area knows it's just a horrible area of Brooklyn Center. I will apologize for the camera angle. I went live on my Note 8, not the Note 10 Plus, just because I get more information from the Note 10 Plus. If you guys are going to be heading out tomorrow morning, the commute's probably going to be pretty bad. It's starting to get slippery again, so my tires aren't horrible. You don't get to BC or BP anymore. Yeah, I mean, that whole area has turned into a cluster. Yep, 694 and 100 right at the end, right there. You're right, Ralphie. I would say if the helicopter could fly in this weather, it would be perfect to use the infrared, because anything warm will definitely show up. I don't know if they have a drone. Yeah, the semi is cruising. That semi's got to be going about 70. It's been a long time, Corey, since you lived in Brooklyn Park. Jesse Ventura hasn't been governor for a while. So we're about 9 miles out from this call. Snowing in Bemidji too. Yeah, I think it's snowing pretty much all over. Yep, I would say the 90s. So I don't know if you guys noticed my post. I've got over 30,000 followers on TikTok. So I think my YouTube people have to step up their game. Got more followers on TikTok than I do on YouTube now. Got I think a little over, I think 1,300 on Twitter. Oh, thanks for watching from Canada. I just seen there's another Freedom Convoy that's getting ready to start up there, I believe, pretty soon. 20,000 are Chinese bots. Maybe. I think they're actual really real people, though. I appreciate the subscribe. Yeah, the join. You could definitely join. It's only 99 cents a month. I think $1.17 or something like that. It's 99 cents plus tax, I guess. So joining does help quite a bit.
We 10-6 in the area.
So State Patrol is in the area now of this perimeter. It does appear that they have salted on 694, so we just got off 494 and we're on 94 694 up on the northern end of the loop here. We're in Maple Grove. So we left Plymouth a little bit ago, now we're in the city of Maple Grove. Oh, you are from Maple Grove. Well, we're in your old neck of the woods. Yeah, don't hesitate to share out the stream. Let your friends and family know. I do prefer growing slowly. I get to know the regular people I have in here, and I appreciate every single one of you. Wouldn't be doing this without you, so. I probably wouldn't do it as much. I'd still be out here. Hey HF, thanks for tuning in. Chris, thanks for being here. We're heading up to a perimeter that's been set up here in Brooklyn Center.
For the Rashidi 10987 Monroe East, Unit B as a boy 408. 9 months old male, difficulty breathing.
Boycott, I did get your email, by the way. That was interesting, you getting timed out at the end of a stream. I thought that was pretty funny.
Mail to 7900 Astor Drive.
Hey Ashley, thanks for being here. Guys, don't forget to drop links to YouTube channels as well. I didn't get a chance to respond to you, Boycott. Susie, yeah, no, thanks for being here too. Sean. Chris. Little Lori B. I was busy on the phone all day today. Well, I was busy working and I was making phone calls today. So again, like I said, just because you don't see me putting out videos doesn't mean I'm not busy working. A lot of new I'll be able to update you guys on a lot of new developments with Ramsey County and what's going on with Bob Fletcher and Live on Patrol. A lot of interesting twists and information is going to be coming out. on that. So I gotta reach out to the shout out girls as well. I want to see if one of them is available. Hey Pamela, thanks for being here. Shout out, see if one of the shout out girls wants to come ride Friday or Saturday. I think Ralphie can ride Fridays, and I think I'm gonna see if we can have other people ride with us as well. Ralphie, reach out to me tomorrow, see if you can come out Friday night. But I might be changing up my schedule as well on my Friday night live streams. We're gonna get the public data that I requested. Oh, I talked to Jim Moody today. I've always had a great rapport with Jim. Jim's always been a straight shooter with me. We are getting there. We're getting there. 5 minutes away. So they apparently recovered the vehicle that was involved in a shooting earlier today. And they recovered the vehicle with a bunch of guns in it. So that's a win. I mean, I consider this a win for Brooklyn Center PD. It is slick out, but if you're used to driving in Minnesota in this weather, you know how to drive in it. Ralphie, you heard the ABS? Yeah. Here, Ralphie, this is for you to get the lights to change faster. See, Ralphie, it worked. Kind of interesting. This has us going the back way in here to Brooklyn Center, so I don't know why. But this is the way the GPS is taking me. I actually know this area fairly well. If you guys seen the protests, this is the same area a lot of the protests were happening, so I was supposed to fix my steering wheel position control sensor as well. I was supposed to do that all summer long and didn't get a chance. Although we are having a warm up there saying next Wednesday, I think it's supposed to be almost 40. This is the area where the National Guard was actually staging at, right here on this road. I had some pictures of them staging over here. Well, we were right in the right area. I'm starting to see some flashing
Metro
lights.
23.
But
Do we know where the passenger is? 207 event. Ambulance is looking for him.
that's not bad. We can. I'm shipping Uber home. If it's long.
That's
Oof. Sorry. I know it's loud. And every time I say this, we usually run into that one officer, but Brooklyn Center has always been really camera friendly. So hopefully we'll get some shots of this car.
someone.
Clear transport. Headache.
60 minutes.
It's not much to see, guys, but I did try to get out and get you guys some shots. So the location is actually up the road more. So I don't know if that's actually the car that's in question or not. We're gonna head around and come back around the other side here. We still do have a perimeter set up here, guys, so we'll just, looks like there's a park around the corner from here. There's State Patrol. Thought I could turn there, but apparently not. So just show you what size of a perimeter they have set up here. It's probably about three or four blocks worth of a perimeter. And then we're at Brooklyn Park. So looks like it's all parkland to the Palmer Lake area. Brooklyn Park Police have always been 100% great as well. So I think they're out here doing a canine track, so I don't want to get out and mess with the canine track at all. Police in Brooklyn Center are searching for a suspect. That vehicle was found that was used in a shooting incident earlier tonight. Vehicle was found with guns inside the vehicle. So I was just updating
482 Metro.
482.
I'll be 10-8.
So it looks like they got a suspect in custody. Twitter time. Brooklyn Center. Police have a perimeter set up and looking for a shooting suspect. A vehicle was found with multiple firearms in it. Appears they have one suspect in custody.
Metro.
665.
All units will be cleared.
20 minutes.
So State Patrol just cleared. Yeah, it is chilly out here in Florida. Yeah. Didn't you guys just get another hurricane down there in Florida? Try and zoom in a little bit for you guys. There you go. Sorry, I was paying attention to other social media. Just, it doesn't stop. Oh, thank you so much. So whoever shared out my stream, I appreciate. Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys jumping in. So to update, earlier in the stream, we were in the city of Plymouth and Hennepin County. They had a perimeter set up, unknown the reason for the perimeter. The State Patrol helicopter was out assisting with that. They did call for assistance with a perimeter here. But unfortunately, State Patrol could not assist due to the weather. It does look like the snow has stopped, or it's lightened up quite a bit. Then after we cleared that one in Plymouth, they did get a vehicle, unknown the reason for that. I'm sure we'll find out tomorrow. Also, then we came up here to Brooklyn Center. This city was famous. This is the city police department that Kim Potter worked for. Is that Minneapolis? I think that's a Minneapolis squad. That is a Minneapolis squad. And Minneapolis Police. So we got Minneapolis, Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park, and Hennepin County Sheriffs here. There was a shooting incident and robbery that happened earlier in the evening. They located the vehicle here with a bunch of guns in it. They did set up a perimeter to look for the suspect. Looks like they did get one in custody. So unknown where that vehicle, if that was the one down there more, but this is the area where they did take the one into custody. But it does appear that they are starting to clear. So if you guys aren't familiar, Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park is on the north end of borders North Minneapolis. So does Columbia Heights, and that's still Hennepin County. In Hennepin County, or in Anoka County, you have Columbia Heights and Blaine that actually border North Minneapolis as well. So that is a Minneapolis police car. You sort of miss the snow. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. The snow isn't bad. You just gotta. It's like everything. Yes, and Fridley. Sorry. So it looks like our Hennepin County oh, look at that. We can do that. Awesome. I don't even have to get out of the truck. They wouldn't even give you guys a ride back?
Property to the eastbound lane to the River Bridge.
So it looked like he had a pepper ball gun with him. But I think that's, looked to me like a sheriff. Hennepin County Sheriff's deputy. So they are clearing. Again, this is one of the encrypted cities. Although Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park are pretty good with the press and journalism and people filming. But that's a typically a sergeant vehicle there, which you see is flashing red. The one that's sideways to us for Brooklyn Center. Typically, the sergeants drive those vehicles. But I think the vehicle there that's in the driveway is the vehicle in question. We're you're over. Shout out girls, yeah, definitely Pamela. Shout out girls in here. No, okay. Well, Ralphie, you have to think this is Minnesota. We've actually, I looked at this one time, and I actually think we had a remnants of a hurricane come into Minnesota. It came up the Mississippi River from the Gulf, so we have had that, and we can have floods here too. So we just don't get hurricanes. Hey, Nopes, thanks for being in here. Appreciate everyone for being in here. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, please do. If you're watching this after the live is over, please definitely hit the thumbs up. But there's not much else to see out here. Pamela, thanks for dropping. Yeah, we have tornadoes. So Ralphie, I mean, yeah, everything washed away every couple of years. We have the chances of tornadoes coming through and just literally sucking or blowing everything away. So there's that. And I do go out in those as well. So. Yeah, 97 was bad. I don't remember if I was in Minnesota in 97. Yeah, I was in Minnesota in 97. Yeah, the dome houses are really good. The earth home houses are really good. Yeah, Ralph, you were right. You have a very low odds of a tornado hitting you. But tornadoes do go through major metropolitan areas. We've seen it in Atlanta. It happened here in Minneapolis a few times. Yeah, Ralphie needs subs, so if you guys get a chance, sub over to Ralphie. And that's right, the Red River, almost all of our rivers flood here. Things too for your houses, if you're going to buy a house, the newer houses probably will withstand far less than the older built houses. But you can also do reinforced concrete, and they've done a lot of studies on those and what they'll withstand. Yeah, Fridley does get hit. I'm kind of surprised how many times Fridley gets hit with tornadoes. I think they got hit this summer, if I remember right.
One 172.
Can you just start with a tow for a tire change, and then he'll be good?
Good for a limit.
If you're watching earlier in the stream,
514.
we don't know why the perimeter was set up in Plymouth.
Southbound 494 and eastbound 94.
Unfortunately,
42 minutes.
we don't know what happened in Plymouth. Hopefully, let me see if there's any updates on that incident, because of the encrypted radios. And sadly, that's a huge problem. It's a huge public safety issue. Sorry, I don't have any updates on this incident or on the Plymouth incident. I'll check into it tomorrow and find out. Brooklyn Park, see, here's the nice thing about Brooklyn Park. Their police department is open 24 hours. So if an incident happens in Brooklyn Park, I can go to the police department. Looks like the K9 is on its way back. But Brooklyn Park Police Department is open 24 hours. You can go up there and do a police report, get help anytime you need from Brooklyn Park Police Department. Yeah, Plymouth is actually, they recorded, they're up 50% in homicides now this year. Sadly, those are kind of skewed percentages because Plymouth has low homicides. So they're, from last year to this year, they're actually up 50%. They have a total of 3 homicides in the city of Plymouth now. So it looks like the tow's here, so I might as well wait around a few more minutes to verify if that's the vehicle in the driveway that was in question. I'll get out and I guess I really don't need to get out. We already had and you can see how the white turns on. So the white turns off when the vehicle's not in motion. It's a blinding factor. So this one actually might be Minneapolis's. And you can see how the flash pattern changes when they go into reverse or when they hit their brakes, which is really, really kind of nice. Yeah, all the apartments over there are pretty bad. But so here's how it works. If the incident that happened in Plymouth was originated in Plymouth, I can get the information from Plymouth Police Department. Otherwise, Plymouth is just the assist agency. If it was then whatever agency is the first agency that did it, so let's say it's Hennepin County Sheriff's, I have to go to Hennepin County Sheriff's to get the information. Like for this incident, if this is a Minneapolis incident, I have to go to the city of Minneapolis, even though Brooklyn, the vehicle's found here. Yeah, Nubs, if you want to come do a ride along, I think Bob would be interesting as well. So like I'd have to go to Minneapolis because Brooklyn Center was just the assist agency. Hennepin County Sheriff's and State Patrol, they're all assist agencies. So in their reports, all they're going to have is we assisted, you know, Minneapolis on this, whatever the incident type is. But, you know, for all the hate the cops are getting, I can tell you that the good ones out here that are really trying to keep the community safe and do their job and do it the right way and do what the community wants them to do, they're trying, right? And they're just as frustrated as everybody else. But it's unfortunate, you know, the court system isn't also doing their job by keeping these dangerous people off the street and in jail. I don't know if you guys caught Daryl Brooks's sentencing today, but I mean, he got what, 6 consecutive life sentences, and I don't even know how many 12.5-year consecutive, there was 61 consecutive sentences to serve after the 6 life sentences. But as you can see, none of the cops even cared that I was here. If you guys have a business, you can, yeah, then there's Bob Fletcher. And there's a prime example of talking to a lot of different law enforcement around the state that knows what Bob is doing and do not support him at all. Well, and so the problem with the problem with it is, which cop are you going to get? Are you going to get the good one? And that's the problem. So I think that a lot of it needs to be, we just got to change a lot of things, and some agencies are really trying hard. Some agencies are trying really hard. Brooklyn Park has evolved quite a bit. Brooklyn Center is changing. I've even seen a huge change in Minneapolis Police, even though I don't get to Minneapolis a whole lot.
Copy, 50 minutes.
I do agree with that statement. A good cop that knows about a bad cop is just as bad. But I'm also working on I'm working on another story explaining why it's so hard to get rid of bad cops in the state of Minnesota. It is truly, truly hard to get rid of bad cops. How's it going?
I heard you're some sense of media.
Yeah. You got the guy.
Are you News Now or what?
Minnesota News Now?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to get out of the car
No,
because
you're good. Me and Officer Iverson.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Walmart parking lot when he's talking crap.
yeah, he's gone, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not a cop anymore. Most of them aren't.
Yeah, I know. It's sad. I even talked about it too. I was talking about that earlier. I'm like, I can go to certain agencies. We have no issues, and you guys are one of them. I had a little hiccup, but not too bad. But for the most part, you guys are really good. And I know the 3 that went to Coon Rapids. I talk about that. I've tried to see them. I was up there a couple times filming. I'm like, where are the Brooklyn Center guys? And they're like, oh, they're off tonight. I'm like, sure. The one night you guys have something, they got to be off.
Well, I can't say too much.
No, I'm live, so.
I can't say too much. We're just investigating a shooting, essentially.
Well, what I have is, it was a shooting earlier. Suspect, you guys located the vehicle with a bunch of guns, and yeah. So that's what I have.
Okay.
Which is good for encrypted radios, huh?
Yeah, I know how encryption works, and I know that they should update certain aspects of it. But
Not all your guys' stuff's encrypted in Hennepin.
no, the tax channels usually aren't.
Yeah. Well, your Hennepin County tax are.
Yeah.
But like Carpool 1 and 2, and then there's like a Lake Minnetonka one that you guys probably don't use.
No.
It's more west. Some of your car-to-car channels aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, for the most part, I mean, like I was saying, I mean, like you guys are still trying to do what you can do, and they haven't changed your name to security yet, so.
Well, keeping citizens from, for whatever people think, right? Keeping citizens from doing harm, right? The bad guy from preying on the good guy, more or less. With tonight, easily could have been 2 very young children that took some stray bullets. Well, not even stray, just
Yeah.
where they shot from. So
Yeah.
it's
Did it originate in your city, or was it Minneapolis?
everything was from here.
Okay, so
So-
tomorrow I'll go up and get the
Yeah,
information.
go talk to I believe it's going to be Commander Gabler.
Okay.
Okay.
And you guys have been good about getting information out. I think Brooklyn Park leads the information flow,
Yeah.
but you guys have stepped up your game quite a bit, which I appreciate.
We've found some ways through social media and whatnot to
Yeah.
try and put it out there a little bit better.
Yeah.
That
Well,
why hide what we're not hide like we're trying to hide something, but why hide what we're doing? Why not just tell the public this is what we're up to?
and an informed community is a safe community, and that's one thing I said. Like the encryption kind of sucks, at least on the main,
Yeah.
because again, I can hear fire, and so like the shooting last night in Plymouth, I was out there for that one, and it was like, you have a kid that just got shot. We only heard parts of it, and then it updated. They put the press statement out, but it's like an informed community, a safe community, and Plymouth is getting handed now. You guys, I was out in Woodbury, and they're talking about stolens out of Plymouth, they're fishing out of Woodbury, and then vice versa. I'm like, how the hell is Plymouth? I mean, you're talking 2 opposite sides of the community, the cities. And you guys have always been North Minneapolis, so
Yeah, the north.
it is what it is, right? I mean, I've been out in Blaine now lately, and Columbia High, it's spreading, and
I'd say everything's pushing.
which I don't know if it changes you guys a whole lot, but
It's all. I mean, I'm not a big stats guy as far as like following the stats super closely for the last 10 years that I've worked here, right? But
well, I don't know. A lot of it say the numbers are supposedly going down.
yeah, see, I believe the numbers are going down on crime total.
Right.
But
But now, like with Plymouth, there are 2 homicides last year, 3 this year, so now they're up 50% on homicides compared to Minneapolis. What are they, at 60 some? So they're actually down,
Yeah.
or right on normal. But there's so many that one doesn't make that percentage difference.
well, I'll put a stat out there. I can't give you the exact number. On average, we used to run about 30 to 40 guns a year that we'd find.
Yeah,
We're about triple that right now.
yeah.
And we don't have guys that are really versed in going to track down guns and
No.
illegal gun owners, but it's literally falling into our lap.
Well, I mean, to give you an idea, well, my vest is buried under there. I have a level 3A vest I bought at Strikers. I carry now because that was a whole thing. Like, do you want to get, like, in the riots? Absolutely not, because, you have to worry about someone taking it from you, right? Like, it changes you. There's certain times you don't want to, but it's gotten so bad. It's like I was up there, I don't know, a couple days ago, because they were starting to do rifle fire in St. Paul, and it was spreading out of Minneapolis. I'm like, well, time to get the the rifle plates, right? And they're like, Stryker's like, well, we're 9 months out. I'm like, awesome. That's awesome. They're like, it's just, I'm like, is there a shortage? They're like, no, it's just such high demand that vendors can't keep up.
Even we're even back ordered as police officers on some of the vital gear we need just because we want it and we need it, right? We need the first preference, but the public wants it too. So
Well, and that's the thing too. It's like people are like, just buy it online. I'm like, I don't trust that shit. Have a good night. Oh, that's, if you remember, okay, so that's the officer that the riots during the protest, riots, arson, I don't want to classify it, is that was one of the officers I was talking to in the Walmart parking lot the morning of the St. Paul. So when I went to St. Paul, but yeah, you can see most of the officers know me. A lot of them watch the channel. And that's the kind of interactions I'd like to have. Like, that shows how human they are. Like, he wants to tell me what happened, he just couldn't. So we did confirm that everything was here in Brooklyn Center. The shooting happened here in Brooklyn Center. So I'll be able to go up tomorrow morning to Brooklyn Center PD, which is 2 blocks away from here, and get the press release if the release didn't, if they don't populate it by tomorrow. So, yeah, like I said, majority, I've only had one hiccup of an issue with an officer here in Brooklyn Center. Actually, Thin Blue Line Slayer came out to film, and actually, as we were walking up to the traffic stop, I was telling him, I'm like, hey, I know these officers, they won't give us a problem, and then right away they started having to bark orders and give us a problem, which was corrected right away by a sergeant. And later, the next day, I think, or the day after, I think it was, I seen the same officer, and he came up to shake my hand and apologize. He didn't realize it was me. It shouldn't make a difference, but didn't know it was me. Didn't know what I was doing, and they were on very high alert. They didn't want if they knew it was me, then they know that I'm not a threat, if that kind of makes sense, versus just a random person. They don't know if you're there to get in the way, commit harm, or something like that. So I think that's one of the good things about letting officers know. I always tell them, you don't have to like me, you don't have to like what I'm doing, but at least be respectful. And there's the Brooklyn Center Police Department. Oh, the gates are down. The fences and the gates are down. So that's new. That must have just, oh, they got a permanent gate in now around half their lot. So I don't know if you guys seen that to the right of the screen. This is the FBI building up here. So, funny story, before, I think it was after George Floyd, it could have been before, I was out with Rowdy Podcast, and we did he did an audit up here at the FBI building, and their security came out. We're in the visitor parking lot, which now they have unlawful signs up, ironically, at the FBI building. They called the Brooklyn Center Police on us, never asked us to leave, wouldn't tell us we had to leave. So Brooklyn Center came out, and they're like, well, did you tell them to leave? We know these guys. If you tell them to leave, they're going to leave. They're not going to give you a problem. And they couldn't get the FBI to officially trespass us or tell us to leave. So Brooklyn Center PDs said, well, we're not going to tell them they got to leave, and there's nothing we can do, so we're leaving, and they left.
Metro.
So
39. Yes, sir. Good day. 101.
but yeah, Wednesday night, guys, could have been a very,
Metro.
very, very bad situation, as he said,
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
which I appreciate.
Everyone 101.
I'll find out tomorrow about this incident, and I'll find out on the Plymouth incident tomorrow as well. So again, I appreciate everyone for being here. I'm gonna call it a night. It is snowy out, so should have enough time. Got a few hours before the morning commute. Does look like MnDOT has had some plows out,
Have a good night.
dropping some salt.
Have a good night. 101.
But just be mindful if you're in Minnesota. Drive with a little bit extra care. It's going to be cold, super cold the next couple days. But yeah, I appreciate everyone for being here. I didn't expect to have 160 people on here tonight, but I'll update you guys tomorrow, probably on some shorts.
356.
Yeah, definitely. Ralphie texted me tomorrow. I will definitely travel safe. Thank you. Hopefully, I'll get some new tires. I'm thinking next week. Looks like we got ambulance coming up here. So North Memorial Ambulance is up here as well, where the garage is. That is a North Memorial Ambulance. So we have a new sheriff coming into town as well, Dwana Witt. I don't know her status on unencrypting the mains, but I do know that Jai was running, and he was running on unencrypting the mains as well. So Wildlife One, I did not have time to work on any of the PayPal or any other way to donate, so I will work on that. I did not see Jess R in here, but Jess R did donate $50 in a super sticker, so I greatly appreciate that. It's definitely not cheap doing all this, but I appreciate all your guys' help with donations. I never expect them. I do always appreciate them, and it does help get me out here more. So, and share out the channel again. I got more people on TikTok following me than I do on YouTube. So definitely, I'm also on Twitter. I think it's @now_Minnesota on Twitter as well. I will drive safe. All of you drive safe if you have to drive tomorrow or walk. But I'm running to get my coffee for the morning and fill up the tank with gas. So thanks to all of you. Jason with Soda News Now out.